Welcome back to the London Christmas Tournament Expert Division qualifying round, hole number 2. Very difficult shot due to the wind angle changes and wind strength changes here on this one. We're playing a Grizzly bounce up using either a Kingmaker or a King Slayer. You can use Grizzly 7 plus for this shot. The adjustment is P4 plus 25% max. And we're always using Grizzly 9 numbers. Even for Grizzly 7 or 8, use Grizzly 9 numbers in your app. We're going to start with a base spin of 1 backspin, 3 right spin, get our landing position, adjust our wind, and then there's 2 ways you can play this. You can either respin it, or you can use clicks of left curl as needed. However, you do also need to play this shot with underpower. And so there's 3 major wind angles. We got tailwind, a neutral, and a crosswind. If you're in the tailwind angle, this is our base spin, right? 3 right, 1 back. If you're in the tailwind angle, you need just before circle break underpower. If you're in the neutral angle, you need 1 click before circle break underpower, and crosswind needs 2 clicks before circle break underpower. So less underpower, 1 click less underpower in neutral, 2 clicks less underpower in crosswind. Obviously, we're not getting as much wind push forward in that crosswind, and so if you use the just before circle break underpower in the crosswind angle, you're most likely going to come up short. So 3 different amounts of underpower depending on wind angle. Then one other thing that I'm looking at here when I'm setting up, this is with base spin added. You want the right side of the ball guide to be touching the left edge of the cup, and you want that tip of the ball guide to click long, and it should have a little curl to the left at the end. If you notice, when I was pushing this up, I pushed it up just until the ball guide clicked long, like you see it there, and that's the starting position that I want you to play it in. It depends. This is a finicky shot, so sometimes, depending on exactly how much backspin you put on it, sometimes you'll either be right at the bottom of the +1 or at the top of the +0. It's right there on that line. So sometimes you'll see +1, sometimes you won't. Don't worry about that. What's most important is that you have the right side of the ball guide touching the left edge of the cup, and make sure that the ball guide clicks long, okay? That's your starting position. Once you get that, I'm going to spin this around. The adjustment, again, P4 plus 25 max. Grizzly 9 numbers. Wind angles, all right? There's a flag right behind this tree. It's hard to see here because I'm in the neutral, well, tailwind angle here. It's very close. It's kind of like riding the tailwind neutral line. Actually, let's do this. So what I'm looking at as a reference, you see these flowers over here? So we're outside the right edge of those by a little bit. And then over here, we're going to be, there's one of them Playdemic flags or whatever, banners or whatever you want to call them right here. You can barely see a little bit of it. When you're in the crosswind angle, you'll see that flag a little better than you see it here. But we're going to be just left of that. And that's going to give us our neutral angle here, tailwind angle here, and crosswind angle over here. All right. So if your wind is between 6-8 and 7-4, and you're in the tailwind angle, you need to respin to 1 backspin, 2.8 right spin. If you're in the neutral, you'll respin to 1 backspin, 2.7 right spin. And if you're in the crosswind, you respin to 1 backspin, 2.6 right spin. That's winds between 6.8 and 7.4. If your wind is 7.5 to 8.2, then you need to respin to 1 backspin, 2.7 right spin in the tailwind, 2.6 right spin in the neutral, and 2.5 right spin in the crosswind. If your wind is between 8.3 and 9.1, you respin to 2.6 right spin in the tailwind, 2.5 right spin in the neutral, and 2.4 right spin in the crosswind. And it's always 1 backspin. Every shot is always 1 backspin. The only thing we're changing is the amount of right spin that we're using on this shot. And that's going to vary depending on wind strength and wind angle, which makes this a little more complicated than I would like it to be. However, and it's also time consuming. You can use clicks of curl instead of respinning. Some people like clicks of curl, some people would rather respin. That's up to you. What I'll tell you is, based on the respin values that I gave you, for every 0.1 taken off for the respin, you need a click of curl. So if your respin value is 2.7, then you're going to need 3 clicks of left curl, okay, to play this shot. If it's 2.6, you need 4. If it's 2.8, you need 2 clicks of left curl, right? And then you just leave it at the base spin. So if you find yourself running short on time, don't have enough time to respin it, or you just don't like the respin, then you can add clicks of curl. You still need the underpower. So just before circle break, underpower and tailwind, 1 click before that in neutral, 2 clicks before that in crosswind. Tough shot, qualifying round. I'm going to look for something better. But for me, on this one, I'm not going to waste any more time on it. This will give you an opportunity. It's just a difficult shot. So if I walk away with a birdie here, it's not going to hurt my feelings. Tough shot. With all these wind angle changes and wind strength tweaks and everything that need to be made here, it just makes it very hard to drop on a consistent basis without, a whole bunch of tweaks. So here, I accidentally did not respin it properly. I respun it to 2.9 right spin. I was supposed to put 2.8 right spin. And you see what happened, right? Had I respun that properly, I would have dropped this shot. But because I'm doing a bunch of ball swaps here, the replays aren't saving properly. So this is what I have for you. Definitely practice this one a couple of times. You want to pull it straight, if anything, favor 1159. I know it's complicated. If you are happy with the easy birdie, then just keep the 1 backspin, the 3 right spin, play the P4 25 max, and then do just before circle break underpower, and add clicks of curl as you think it needs it, depending on wind angle, okay? And just take the birdie. Or spend a little bit of time on this, get comfortable with the shot. This shot does work, it does drop. It's just complicated. So, good luck. I hope you all get it. And if I find something better, I will post it.